Okay, so this is practice with dimensional analysis. We're going to start on page 12. And number two is kind of a fun one to do to figure out your age in seconds. So if you know your age in years, so let's say my age is 35 years. So obviously yours is going to be a little bit different, but the process is important. So 35 years, I know that in 1 year, there are 365 days, okay? And then in 1 day, there is 24 hours. And in 1 hour, there is 60 minutes. And in 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. Now, the reason I kept putting these labels is because this years need to cross out, the days need to cross out, hours need to cross out, minutes need to cross out, and I'm left with my desired unit. And then I just put all of this into the calculator. And in this case, I'm not dividing by anything because these are all ones, but in this case, I'll multiply all this on top and get an answer in seconds. Now, for this example, if you want to turn it into sig figs, you may. Because we look at our given for sig figs, in this case it will be 2 sig figs because there's 2 in the given. None of these would account for significant figures because they're conversion factors, okay? Let's go into number 3. I drink 8 500 milliliter glasses of water per day. How many liters of water will I drink in 1 year? So if you drink 8 500 milliliter glasses of water per day, so if I take 500 times 8, that should give me 40,000 milliliters. 4,000 milliliters of water in 1 day. All right, so I can write that equality, 4,000 milliliters in 1 day. How many liters of water will I drink in 1 year? Well, the first thing I need to do is convert this milliliters into liters, because I need to end in liters. And then if you look, I need to convert the day into a year. So if I start with 40,000 milliliters in 1 day, if I convert that, well, I know that in 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Well, that's good because now I'm in my desired units of liters, but now I need in 1 year. So now I need to convert this day into a year, so I can go in 1 day, there's, in 365 days is 1 year. Because this is saying liters per year, that means I need liters on top and year on the bottom. So my math equation is 4,000 times 1 times 365 divided by 1 times 1,000 times 1. Everything on top gets multiplied, everything on the bottom gets multiplied, and then you divide, and then you can get your calculated answer. Okay? Number 4. A car is traveling at 130 kilometers per hour. How fast is that in meters per second? So once again, we're converting from kilometers into meters and from hours into seconds. So that means meters per second. Meters should be on top, seconds should be on bottom. So I know that if I just want to pick 130 kilometers, let's change that to meters right away. So know that in 1 kilometer, there is 1,000 meters. So kilometers is gone. I'm good here. Then I can convert hours into seconds. So I know that in 1 hour, there's 60 minutes. And in 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. So my math is 130 times 1,000 times 1 times 1. All that gets divided by 1 times 1 times 60 times 60. And once again, you can do the math there, and it'll end up in meters per second as your label. Like the one up here will end up in liters per year as your label. Okay, let's find another one to do. All right, if we go back here, let's see. Let's do number 8. The average Oak Ridge student is in class for 360 minutes per day. So let's write down our given per 1 day. How many hours per year is this? Okay, so I need to change minutes into hours and days into a year. So let's start with our minutes. So I know that I need to turn minutes into hours. So there are 60 minutes in every 1 hour. So minutes cancel out. I'm good with hours because that's what I need to get into. Hours should be on top. And then I need to change the days into years. So 1 day is 1 day. Oh, sorry, let's change it. 365 days per 1 year. Well, that's good because days cancel out, and I'm left with the year on the bottom, which is what I need over here. So my math is 360 times 1 times 365, all that divided by 1 times 60 times 1. And when I do that, my answer should come out to an answer, and then hours per year. And you can figure out how many hours you're in each class per year. Okay, I hope that helps. We can do a few more in class, but hopefully that can get you a good start.